Hey guys, what's up? Bobby Amaru here with my daughter.
Hey, I'm Veda.
We did our first podcast episode, which was fun, had a blast. We talked about how Veda got started in music. We talked about our new single that just dropped, our cover of Just Pretend by Bad Omens. We talked about family. We talked about
Horror
all the fun stuff.
movies,
Yeah.
Food.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Please leave us a comment or two, what you think. Enjoy the conversation. We are here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Dad and Veda. It's right there.
There we go.
How are you feeling about Nashville?
I'm feeling good. I mean, Nashville is definitely a place for music, and I love music, so I'm all for it. Yeah.
All right.
Everyone likes to wear their cowboy boots and their cowboy hat, and there's a lot of nice bars and people just playing music. I mean, everywhere you go.
Country town.
It's definitely a place for country.
It's so different because I remember coming to Nashville and playing a place called Exit Inn in maybe 2005, 2004, 2005. And it was so much different back then. Mm. You know, even being here in 2011, 2012, it was much different. Midtown area was a lot. We had rode by that and I was like, I don't recognize any of these places. Yeah, a lot of bachelorette parties. A lot of bachelorettes running around.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about all things Veda for a minute. I'm sure people, that follow TikTok or follow Instagram and things like that, your profile, our profile, would probably love to know a little bit about Veda and who Veda is and what Veda likes to do. And, maybe talk about music. Yeah. How you got into music and stuff.
Well, I've pretty much been singing, I guess, since I can even remember. I've always looked up to you, when I would go to your shows and you'd bring me on stage. And I was honestly, I was always just this is something I want to do. We started doing cover stuff 3 years ago, I think.
It was actually probably April 2023 because Wayne had just passed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you honestly were just hey, how about we go in the studio room and just record something? What is something that you want to sing? And I was like, I'm really into Paramore right now. Mm-hmm. So we recorded All I Wanted. It blew up and we weren't really expecting it to get very big. We weren't expecting it to just blow up like that. Mm-hmm. So we were like, okay, wow, let's keep doing more. This is just something that honestly just I knew was fate to do.
Right. Well, your brother, Jude, is the one that discovered it.
Jude is the one that he...
Because we had no idea when we put it up. I wasn't keeping track of TikTok. It was a new app for me. And he's the one that said, hey, Dad, that video has 200,000 views or something a day later. And we were like, wow, that's crazy. You open it up, there's a bunch of comments and people were like, oh, do this song, do that song. So it kind of gave us, the idea. Let's just do more and see how it goes. And it just kept growing and growing from there. And I remember there was a time, there was probably a span of two months where every video we did hit over 1 million views. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. And we weren't monetizing any of it. We had no idea. We knew nothing about any of that. And it wasn't about that. We weren't thinking about money. I certainly wasn't thinking about money. I was thinking about, singing, duets with my daughter and how fun that was. And just a great thing, and getting messages from other parents and dads and stuff saying, man, this really is inspiring. I'd love to be able to, do this with my daughter. I think that's the rewarding thing that I've learned through all of it. and it being more special. It's really authentic, you know, and real that we're able to do that. And I think any parent, I've always said, you always want to have something in common with your kids. You know, you don't get them forever. You know, eventually you move out and move on to things. So it's like enjoy the time together, you know, while we can. And I'll take what I can get. If it's going to Disney or going to, you know, LA and going to eat smash burgers, you know.
So why don't we talk about LA?
Okay. You had a good time in LA, right?
I did. Yeah. I love
Writing.
LA, honestly. It's a really cool place and with a lot of cool things to do. And definitely a lot of cool people there. Didn't you tell me about that time that you like ran into Jared Leto or something?
Oh, that was in Jacksonville though.
That was in Jacksonville?
Yeah, that was long before he was the Joker and all that stuff. This was in like 2004, 2005 early.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Well, he was filming a movie called Lonely Hearts, I remember. And I had a friend that was working at a restaurant in San Marco, Bistro X. I don't know if you've ever been there, but she was like, hey, Jared Leto is like here. I'm waiting on him or whatever. You should come up. And I was like, I don't think I went up that night or whatever, but there was like another day that I ended up going up there. He was going in there every day because he was a vegan. So they had a vegan menu. Not many places back in 04, 05 in Jacksonville, Florida had a vegan menu. But this place did in particular. And it was close to where he was staying because he was shooting that Lonely Hearts movie. It was like John Travolta, Selma Hayek, and some others. We end up like finally meeting. I like went up there, Bistro X, and I remember his head, he was bald here, but then he had hair in the back. But he was wearing like a hoodie. And I could just see him like bald, but I noticed there was like some hair tucked. Look, I can still picture it. Anyways, but he was super nice. He was like super nice and just talked about music really. But that's a whole long story that I hung out with him like a couple times, and every time his hair would fall off more and more until he was finally bald. But yeah, he was cool. Okay. I mean, you know, you could tell he was an actor, but that was not his thing. Like it was like how he made money, but he wanted to be a musician. He wanted to have a hit record. And
he did.
Yeah, that was the next record yeah.
Tell me about some crazy stories in LA. I'd like to hear.
Like with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
do you have any crazy experiences?
Tons.
Tell me one.
Went to LA a bunch of times. I'm not a fan of LA. I'm just not. I just never have been. I don't like the traffic. Don't like the weather. You know, some cool places to eat and stuff, but
wildfires.
It can be anywhere. Stuff. But I was just never really a fan of it. And you know, back when Dad got his first deal in 2001, I was 17, 18. Went to LA. Did the whole thing, worked with producer, songwriters, and, you know, you learn a lot. LA was a lot different back then than it is when we went recently and stuff. I've had tons of crazy stories in LA, though, whether it's almost running Jeremy Renner over on accident. Didn't realize it was Jeremy Renner, by the way. Yeah, he flicked us off. We were like, he was kind of crossing the median, and I was driving with a friend of mine, and like we had to like hit our brakes because we almost hit him. And I was like, God, I recognize that guy. And this was like 2009 or something. Like I think 2008, 2009. And I remember thinking, what movie was he in? And it was The Hurt Locker was a movie that I think was really blowing up at the time or about to come out or something. But I knew him from, I think it was like one of those zombie movies. There was some zombie movie, like not Dawn of the Dead. Maybe it was Dawn of the Dead. And he was in that movie. And that's how I'd recognized him. But then, you know, we almost hit him and he like flicked us off. Sorry, Jeremy. But you just turned 14. Going to LA, going to Nashville, going to New York. You were just at the NMPA and you played with Gracie Abrams and Thomas Rhett and
Casey Musgraves.
Casey Musgraves. And I mean, how crazy was that? You played and then and we sat front row and Gracie Abrams played that song, I Love You, I'm Sorry, that you talked about like all the time up until that. How was that? What was that experience like in New York? First red carpet.
Oh my gosh. That was a crazy experience. Gracie Abrams is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I was like, wow, just wowed by her performance. Like, great. But it was fun getting to do it with you and getting to perform my original song. What if I wanna be me? I had my own dressing room.
Yeah. Lots of goodies.
Good chocolate in there.
You did hair and makeup.
I did, yeah.
They did all that stuff. Red carpet. There was all these 100 people taking photos of you. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know?
That was cool too. And I was walking and I messed up, but still.
You know what I love most about you, and as watching you grow, just how humble you are. You know, I think you sing great, you sound great, but you're deep down, you know, super humble. And I think that says a lot about your personality and character. And like when we were in New York, I was so nervous for you because I was like, you know, you've been on stage with me and with Saliva. What I was nervous about was you playing in that theater with all those people in their suits and their ties, like sitting down, you know, and you walked right on stage and and you were like, Joe, what was it that you said? You said something like, hey, I'm Veda. And
yeah.
You
want me to say
well,
my speech again?
I just remember thinking like the personality was like, I was like, this is my daughter. This is awesome. Mm. Yeah. What was it that you said? You addressed them as like, hey, I'm Veda.
I'm Veda. Thank David for, giving me this big opportunity to be here at the NMPA.
You said I'm 14, which means I'm almost an adult or something like that.
Which means I'm basically an adult.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name's Veda. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I'll be 14 soon, which means I'm basically an adult. I'm just kidding.
You just pulled that out of thin air. It was great. And everyone laughed. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to be good.
I was scared. I was scared they weren't going to laugh. I was like, bro, nobody's going to laugh at this. I was like, this might be corny, but.
Hey, you know what? You said it from the heart. And you sang, doing Wannabe Me was great because I felt like that song is you. Like it really tells the story about like what you've been through and stuff. Like talk about that song for a second because, you released it a year ago almost and made a video for it. What's Wannabe Me mean to you and how did that song come about?
When I went to school, I would be bullied. And I was like, I know there's a lot of other people out here or kids my age that go through the same thing. So I wanted to write about it and honestly just like express about how don't let others bring you down and always just be yourself and stick to your goals and what you want to do. Don't worry about other people who are just jealous of you or who are going through their own things, Yeah.
Everybody's going through something. Always try to take the high road. I've always believed in that. Like we all deal with negative things and I've dealt with negative things and especially in social media and stuff. I think that song, Wannabe Me, speaks about that too. Like, do I really have to try so hard? That's one of the lyrics in it, Do I have to beg for your attention? A lot of that could be said with posting a lot on socials and people feeling like they have to fit in, or would you say like in school, like, because I remember you would come home and talk about things where you'd say, Dad, some girls like, making fun of my shoes or whatever. I'm like, you're wearing, really nice sneakers or Converse or whatever.
Some girl made fun of me for wearing overalls and I threw away all of my overalls because I was crying. I was like upset about it.
Right.
She did it in front of everyone, but oh well.
Yeah. Girls can be mean. Kids can be mean,
Yes.
But.
And if there's really no point, I mean, we're all human, and it's just,
Take the high road.
That's
it. Just be, all you can do is control your circle, and
but don't care or worry about what others think of you. Just be yourself. And, if somebody doesn't like your hair, just say, okay, and walk away. Just say, okay, well, I like my hair. So
yeah.
Bye.
Well, hey, you know what? No matter what the girl said about the overalls, after you played the song, Gracie Abrams came up to you and was like, oh my God, that was so amazing. You were wonderful, right?
So nervous to me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's so cool. And I feel like that's the only thing you were nervous about, was that she was there. It had nothing to do with the people in the crowd or whatever performing. I think you were, which is, I find that's awesome. I would be nervous if I had to play, if I thought, freaking Robert Plant or somebody was going to be watching me,
What are some of your favorite horror movies? Tell me about that.
Oh, yeah. It's because the room is red.
Sure. That's the vibe. True crime.
I have
podcast.
tattoos that are my Michael Myers and my Jason, my ghost face. And when I was a kid, we would sneak movies and stuff. Back when they had video stores and things like that, people would swap the horror movies and Pinocchio or something. And I miss those days, Blockbuster and all that. That was just such a great.
I wish I was around in those days.
Great time to be alive. I'm
Gosh.
dead serious. It's just fun. The 80s,
that South Park episode.
90s. Yeah. Yeah. But horror movies, I still think Nightmare on Elm Street, I was a kid, obviously Friday the 13th. Those were good. But I don't know, something about when I was a teenager and Scream came out, the first Scream, 96. I guess I was probably 14 or something. Something about that movie, because it just felt too realistic.
Mm-hmm.
That could really happen.
It could.
You know what I mean?
It does.
My mom and dad are gonna be so
Yeah, I would say Scream's probably one of my favorites. But I like so many.
There's so many good ones. What's your favorite of 2025?
Well,
you're going to say Sinners?
We have went and seen a few. We went and saw I Know What You Did last summer. That was pretty
Final
good.
Destination Bloodline.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a good one too.
Yeah.
Sinners
was great.
That was great.
We saw that 3 times.
Michael B. Jordan.
That was a great movie though. Yeah.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. I thought Sinners, what I liked about it was you weren't really sure what it was about. If you went in blind.
No, I didn't know
you have no idea what it's about.
And I'm a big fan of Twilight, Vampire Diaries, Lost Boys, all that stuff. So I was definitely psyched, when I was like, oh, vampires. Wow.
How do you mix Twilight and the Lost Boys in the same sentence? That's
vampires.
That's not right. No, Lost Boys
Love
is where
them.
it's at. That movie that's my favorite, one of my favorite vampire movies. Queen of the Damned's good too.
Oh, I forgot to say Queen of the Damned. That's
but all that
the best.
foo-foo Twilight stuff, I don't know. I never got into it.
I love Twilight. Team Jacob.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know who Jacob is, but I'm sure you do, and millions of other teens. You know what movie still freaks me out to this day is The Exorcist. That movie, I saw it one time, and I haven't watched it since.
Dude, we have freaking Reagan life-size doll.
We do
in our garage or something.
We do. Yeah, we have life-size.
And in Jude's closet in his little attic thing or basement thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, we have.
He's got a little loft in there.
We have life-size horror.
They're all
characters.
in there. He has a secret door in his closet
Mm-hmm.
that him and his friend locked me in when I was little.
Well, Michael Myers is standing behind the door. Everyone sees in our TikTok videos or whatever. He's in the corner, and he's there on accident because I just remember having him in the room because I was moving stuff around. I just put him there, and Amber had come in, and it scared her because he was where he was behind the door. I was like, huh, that's actually kind of funny. So I just kept him behind the door, and over there, if you open the door, you don't know he's there,
Yes.
So who am I going to scare today?
I like on Halloween when you make him move his hand with the knife.
Yeah. Definitely a horror house in the Amarus. When we were in LA, remember we went and saw Bring Her Back.
Oh my!
That movie
don't
was,
remind me.
Yeah, that movie was freaky. That's
more freaky. I feel like that one's more like more crazy, like more intense than Hereditary. Hereditary was the freakiest movie I've ever seen, and then I saw Bring Her Back, which just changed everything. We left and we were like shaking.
Well, I just remember I was numb
sleep
on the inside. I didn't really know what to think because I was like, dude, I can't believe this lady like did this.
The little girl
these
like
kids,
lost her brother over that crazy lady.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Moral of the story.
I was crying in the end because I was like, oh, the poor boy and that poor girl.
Yeah. It was over like her daughter drowning or whatever. She tried to bring her back, right?
Yeah, she was
doing all
like
these crazy
she, like, had her, like,
ritual
kid's,
stuff.
like, body and like she like used the little boy as like the freaking like soul transfer. I don't even know.
One of those
Freaking weird.
you only need to see it once. Yeah.
I'm not saying
Hereditary
that ever
was
again.
that way for me, dude.
Hereditary I've only watched once, and after that I was like, nope, never again. Or twice maybe.
Oh,
twice.
I was done when the girl's head fell off. I was like, all right,
I know
I'm
that
out.
that was so shocking too. Like when it happened, I was just like, what? No, but I knew something was gonna happen because she like reached her head out the window and like the music just like, gosh, freaky. And then you see her in like the corner of the room.
Yeah,
scary. Dude.
You know,
I did not like the ending though. It was stupid.
I feel like music is a huge part of movies. You know, hopefully Sinners kind of kicks off that for like new movies coming out, and because the music to that movie was so good.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
But you know, if there wasn't like also like thrilling, intense, haunted sounds too, if there wasn't that in movies, you wouldn't get like really the horror in it. Like if you were to put like
Paranormal Activity
funny
didn't
song
have any
to a horror
much music.
movie, you wouldn't be like, what is this?
Yeah, music can set the tone. From Dusk Till Dawn. So Sinners reminded me of like the first hour
gosh, that's a good movie too.
Was drawing you in, and then the last hour was like From Dusk Till Dawn. You're like, oh my god, this is crazy.
I have a question. Are there any like newer upcoming artists or just newer artists that you've heard of that you're like, oh, this is nice, that you really like?
I like this new artist Veda. I don't know if you heard of her, but no, joking.
I definitely have a few though.
Yeah. No, I'm just messing with you. But my brain's thinking a million different ways. It's hard for me to really know what's new and what's happening. I mean, I know new music because of you and Jude. Like a lot of the stuff that you listen to.
You've heard of like Conan Gray, I Played You.
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome. Mitski.
Yeah.
Leve, Somber, Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like Somber. You do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. I like good songs. That's the thing. If I'm vibing it and it sounds good, you know, I'm in. I will say what's great about social media and stuff today is you can discover lots of new stuff and lots of new artists. And I mean, I miss the mystique of rock and roll. It'll never be like that again. That, you know, there was a time where you couldn't get, you know what I mean, close to, you know, artists and stuff. And now like you can find out where Steven Tyler's grandmother lives and, you know, on Google or whatever, and Wikipedia's and all that stuff. I just feel like music used to have mystique, you know, and I mean, some artists are good at having that. Youngblood, you know, he's kind of not new, but a lot of the rock fans are starting to discover him and stuff. He just did the Black Sabbath show, and
I honestly I like Youngblood. Like some of his stuff that he does, like I really like his song Fleabag.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a pretty good singer. He's a really cool artist. Like like the way like he has so much control in his, like he makes his voice like do this like thing, and it's like wow.
But he kind of has that captivating thing, like that whole package, right?
Yeah.
And
like,
I don't know a whole lot about him other than like recent. I mean, I knew of him, but you're watching him do this performance at the Black Sabbath thing, you know, and recently I was like, okay, that guy definitely, he's that rock. That's a rock star. That's a guy that's got it all down, right?
Mhm.
Image, voice, all of it, total package.
Definitely.
Very hard to find those. There used to be more of them back in the day. It's hard to find them now, I know they're out there. I think it starts with the music and starts with the songs and being able to feel it, if you connect with it or not.
For sure.
Like there's tons of new stuff that you have played me that I'll always go, oh, what is that? That's really cool. But then there's stuff that I'll say, can you please skip this? Like,
I love Adrienne Lenker.
Mm.
She's awesome. And Alex G. I'm honestly into everything. Like I'll listen to like Morgan Wallen, Zach Bryan, and then I'll go on to Olivia, Gracie, to Metallica, Ozzy Osbourne,
Deftones,
Korn, all of it. I literally listen to everything.
Well, I think
there's some old stuff. I love 50s music, all that,
soak it all in. I think
definitely.
that's what's great, that you can listen to all of it, because you'll find something new every day. If you had to say like top 3 singers, like what?
I don't know.
Or if you could go on stage and sing with somebody, like who would it be? Like, oh man, I would love to sing with this artist.
Man, I mean, probably like either Amy Lee or like Lacey Sturm. Those are definitely ones I would love to sing with. Or I sang with 3 Days Grace. That was awesome. Definitely.
Oh yes.
I got on stage and I was like standing there and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm on stage with 3 Days Grace.
Yeah, well, that happened. That was for those watching. Veda got asked to sing with 3 Days Grace the day that we played. Saliva did the
Boardwalk Rock.
It was Ocean City, Maryland. We were there. You came and you sang with us, and then Dad sang with Candlebox.
I rode the slingshot.
You did,
with Sammy. Yeah,
you did. And Neil from 3 Days Grace said, "Hey, does Veda want to sing with us tonight, just like you?" And I asked Veda, and she goes, "Oh my God, I know like so many other songs more than that one."
Like I know that song. I don't listen to that one a lot, so I didn't really like know all the lyrics. I only knew "Just Like You," and that was the only part that I knew of the entire song. And then I learned it, and I was like on the bus with Sammy, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay, I have to learn this song." And then I learned it, and I was like, "Okay, I mean, easy, So got on stage, did that. It was a very awesome experience.
They were chanting your name after the song. Crowd was. Yeah. And I remember you came off stage and you were like, "Dad, I couldn't hear anything." I'm like, "But it was awesome though. It doesn't matter,
I don't even know if I sounded, I was like, oh gosh, I'm probably like cracking notes right now.
Then we ordered your in-ear molds that following week. Because a lot of bands don't use wedges anymore.
I don't know, because I really like it live though. Like I have the in-ears, but I'm just more comfortable singing live. Even if I can't really hear myself, I'm just like, I don't really know.
It's what you're used to.
It's just, yeah.
And for me, like, on stage, I just wear one ear in my right ear, and then I like the wedges too, because I like to feel the band and feel everything. So that's the difference. But a lot of bands, they don't use wedges anymore.
Yeah. So, tell me about the new Epic Universe. Do you like that?
When we went to Epic Universe, you tell me
Isn't that
about
awesome?
it. Like I had a blast.
It was definitely big. Like it was awesome. We rode Stardust Racers. That one, dude, I was sitting next to my brother on that, and he was like, his face, he was like crying. His like tears were coming out of his eyes. I could not stop laughing.
We have the picture.
When I'm on roller coasters, I'm laughing the whole time. I love roller coasters. Like that's like my gosh. If I'm tired after a day and you're like, let's go ride roller coasters, I'm like, let's do it. Like I don't even care. I ride it all night. But
So we
I
live.
rode-
We live though 2 hours from
Yeah. Yeah,
from
we do.
Orlando, so we're in Jacksonville.
So it's
pretty
easy for us
close.
to get there. But I rode How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah,
That one was definitely fun too.
I liked Super Nintendo World. That was good. You know, that was a very, very good spot.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Dark Universe.
Definitely.
Dark Universe was awesome. But something about Super Nintendo World at Epic
Yeah.
Universe was like when you walk into it, you're like,
just
oh
like,
my God, this
Okay,
is
wow. Yeah.
no wonder
I'm intrigued.
no wonder they put this first in the park.
Yeah.
Pretty
Definitely.
awesome. Let's talk about our LA trip when we went out with Mike. That was kind of fun, right? A lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
had hit us up when we did the Linkin Park. We went out and did this
Oh, yeah.
already over sessions with Mike. He hit me up on TikTok. I remember our TikTok was growing like rapidly, and I was really bad about checking messages. And I remember one night I'm just like on looking at messages. Finally, it's just scrolling through, and I was like, oh, there's Mike Shinoda. Like, wow, okay. He's like, hey man, I really like what you and your daughter are doing with Linkin Park songs. You know, would you be interested in doing, you know, one of my solo songs?
It was
In my
already
head?
over.
And the correct answer is in my head.
So we ended up doing that, and he did a duet of it.
In my head, I can feel it getting closer. In my head, breathing heavy on my shoulder.
It was very bizarre, like that experience. I mean, I was like 11. I think I was like 11 or 12.
You were 12.
I was 12. I was like, gosh,
It was
I'm here
almost
with
2 years ago.
Mike Shinoda. Wow.
I can't live the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. I won't.
There was a guy there playing the guitar or something. I don't know, but he had a very awesome leopard jacket,
Yeah.
and I was jealous. I wanted it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike is very nice. It was an awesome experience to get to do.
Mhm.
Very fun. And so tell me, what do you think about Emily, their new singer? of
I
Linkin
mean,
Park?
I think that, you know, they obviously had an idea of who they wanted in their band. And I think that that's a tough role. That's a tough role no
It
matter
is. It
who
is.
steps into it. But yeah, I mean, hey, they're playing places, they're packing places,
Yeah.
they're, you know, seems like everyone's, you know, feeling what they're doing, you know, on the Linkin Park front. But I think, you know, Mike obviously has an idea of what he was going for. And I think it's, you know, Linkin Park business. It's not my business, you know. But I'll say that there's something to be said about, you know, all the work Chester did and Linkin Park. You know, if you're a hardcore Linkin Park fan, you know, you're always gonna love those songs and love Chester's voice and
Oh,
what he brought to
Chester
the
was
table, you know?
Phenomenal.
Yeah, what he brought to the
He's a
band.
legend.
Yeah. So
But I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, that's all you can
Selling
do,
out business,
right?
you know?
But
Mhm.
we had a blast working with them though. And I learned,
Yeah.
we learned a thing or two about, you know, that band, that brand. They had like 20 people there, like this person doing this person doing that. And it's like somebody doing something. Everybody, that brand definitely has a lot of people in it, you know, like
Yeah.
moving parts and stuff. But what do we got coming up? Let's talk about, we just released Just Pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bad Omens cover.
I can wait for you at the bottom. I can stay away if you want me to. I can wait for years if I gotta. Heaven knows I ain't getting over you.
Veda's a Bad Omens fan too.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
you know, we started releasing some of these, wanted to do full versions, always getting asked from people that are like, hey, you guys should, you know, release full versions, full covers. And we wanted to kind of take the songs and twist them a little bit and kind of put our spin on them. I think you sound great on it. You know, we put out Someone I Used to Know recently too.
You said that you could let it go, but I
fun,
Mhm.
doing these songs with you and doing the full length covers as well. How do you feel about the Just Pretend single that we just dropped?
I think it came out really well. I'm a big Bad Omens fan, so I mean, I loved it. And that's a great song too by them.
Yeah, great song.
That one and The Death of Peace of Mind. I mean, they they have all great songs. But yeah, I feel good about it.
Do you see yourself maybe wanting to go tour and play live shows, like
Hmm.
do some Veda shows,
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
sell some merch,
Oh my gosh, yes. Hmm.
go out, meet some fans?
Yeah,
Yeah. You see yourself touring in the future?
I do.
Yeah. But you're about to start high school. How do you feel about that? 9th grade, the big 9th grade. Talk about that.
scared.
Talk about, what it's like going from middle school. Well, you were homeschooled this past year and
Yeah.
then decided, hey, let me try high school.
Hmm. Well, I'm pretty psyched about it. I think that there's going to be a lot of big opportunities either way. I'm doing musical theater
Yeah.
at my new school, and I'm a big fan of theater too. And maybe someday I could do acting, which is something that I've always been like, you know what? I want to do acting and I want to be a singer. I want to do it all. So I'm psyched about that. And I'm a little bit scared, if I'm being honest. Because if you think about it, I'm a little tiny kid, like walking around school with adults, like 18-year-olds.
Well, I mean-
There's 18-year-olds in.
In high school?
Yeah, seniors. Jude.
Well,
I'll
he's
be
not
walking-
18 yet. He's going to be like
He
one
will
of the
be
oldest. 'cause-
he will be 18 as a senior though.
Yeah.
If you think about it, I mean, but
You can squash him.
I remember when I was in like 6th or 7th grade and I was like walking at his school to get on the bus or something, I don't know. And this like senior who had like a beard, like he was walking with some girl and he like shouts at me. He like barks. He like I'm just like walking by him and he's like, "Rah!" Right as I walk by. And I was so scared. I was like, I like jumped in the road because I was literally on like this, like the edge of the sidewalk.
No wonder you wanted to be homeschooled.
Yeah, I was scared. I was very traumatized after that moment.
Yeah.
He was doing it to multiple kids too.
When going to high school though is, 9th grade for me was tough. Then it gets better. You just gotta,
Yeah.
make the best of it. I think, but I mean, at least you're going to a school. They're into the arts and stuff, and musical theater will be cool. And I think art schools can be
Hmm.
interesting, and
I mean, we'll see how it goes,
just do your best.
Yeah.
AB honor roll.
Oh, gosh.
No, I thought you kicked major butt in homeschool. Actually, you knocked it out in like 3 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty easy.
What's for dinner?
Gosh, big back.
No, you're right. I want ice cream though. Ice cream is
You always want ice cream.
something about. I've been sober almost 7 years now. Dad hasn't had a drink in almost 7 years.
I actually wanted to ask you about that. How has that impacted your life so far?
It's made me want a lot of ice cream. That's why I want ice cream all the time. You sweet tooth.
I want ice cream all the time, and I don't.
Right. So, okay, maybe that was a bad excuse. I would say it's impacted my life a massive deal because getting sober for me was something that I wanted to do, for myself and for my family and for you guys. And
Mhm. It's impacted all of our lives.
yeah, so I felt like it was important for Dad to be Dad, first and foremost, and be there. And getting sober, I don't want to say was easy, but when you look at the big picture of what's important, I was like, I'm done with that. Like not looking back, never going back, and then just keep moving forward. And it just feels like so many positive things started coming my way from that. You could think more clearly. You can get up in the morning and you don't feel like crap, and I feel like just even ideas and things that I have are just a lot more clarity and putting life in perspective too. Like once again, the important things being, family first and stuff, and, removing it from my life. It had to happen, it had to happen. And, I was nervous at first, like when, going on stage and stuff sober for the first time. Cause like, oh my God, like, what do I say? What do I do? I don't know what to do. And it's like, get used to it, and then every day gets better. Every week gets better. Every year has been better, and, I started therapy too, like a little bit when I first got sober, because I think I was scared. I didn't really know a lot about myself. And I wanted to get down to the core of who I was before all of that. And yeah, you learned a lot, and, about who I was and who I am. And
Devil's World is kind of about that, right?
well, Devil's World was actually written by my friend Nolan Neal. You remember Nolan?
Yeah.
So he was from Nashville. He's a native here, and he had this song. He would always send me songs. He and I wrote like 50 songs together, a lot. I've known him since 2004, and he passed away a few years ago. Actually, like I think like yesterday or something was the anniversary of that. And he was such a great songwriter and great vocalist, and he was a good dude. Just, he was funny, super funny. And that was one of the last songs he ever sent me. And when I listened to it, I could tell, like, man, like, I've been here. I feel this, like,
I cry whenever you sing that song.
Yeah, that was a song that, when he passed away, I went back and listened to that song, like, I don't know, maybe a week or two later. And it spoke to me like on a whole different level than when I'd heard it before. And then something told me, like, you should just like cut your vocal to it. It was almost like my way of paying respects to him, like honoring him in some way. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna like go upstairs and just shut the door and like sing this song and see how it feels, and just try to. I'll never be able to match the headspace that he was in. You just can't. Like, this goes back to, I don't walk in his shoes, and not sure what he was feeling, but I was just trying to almost get on some sort of wavelength musically when I sang it. And that was it. I never really looked at it until we were going to do the re-release of Revelation. And I started thinking about Wayne and started thinking about him, and was like, man, I think I should put this song on this record. It's too good. Like, people need to hear it, and it's one we play live and got great reaction, and people really, really liked it. And we did a video for it. And I thought the video it turned out great, just about the, real life things happening in the world and stuff. But yeah, I love Devil's World. It's a great one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about something positive.
Yeah.
We can
I was
cap off with.
about to say.
Yeah. This is something. Do you feel like when you started going to church and stuff, like, do you feel like church was like a good outlet for?
Oh yeah.
For meeting?
Going to church. I mean, I just decided to go that one time, and it honestly changed everything. I met so many new people there.
Yeah.
And I instantly connected with my pastor. I was able to talk to him about things, and then I have a lot of friends from there, and honestly, church is just an open space to connect with God, you know?
Yeah.
I went that one time, and then it changed everything, and then I just kept going. I was like, I love it, because like not only have I met so many amazing people, but I've met God, and I just connected, and I found faith.
Do you feel like it helped you through some of your struggles with like school and other things too, like almost some more
Yeah.
positive energy?
From personal experiences, yeah, it relieved me, because I knew that I had someone I could talk to.
Discover purpose and stuff.
New things. And we actually just recently went to Noah's Ark in Kentucky.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, great experience.
That was really cool, actually.
Oh my gosh, that was very cool. Learning
museum.
about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And but yeah, it changed everything. It's made me happier, in life. And honestly, it makes me want to do music more.
Yeah.
With God,
That's awesome. In life, you're going to go through many things. You're going to learn about yourself all the time. You're going to discover new people. You'll have new friends. You'll have old friends. People move on. It's like, I think, embrace being 14 right now. You're just turned 14, and you have the whole world ahead of you. And I'm super proud of you. I know everyone is proud of you and what you have been doing. The social media, TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff really will tell you too. You have a lot of people rooting for you and wanting to follow you every step of the way. I think you just keep being you, and that's what makes you special. Is being who you are, and doing what makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
There's any advice I could ever give, it doesn't matter. You're gonna have heartbreak. You're gonna cry. You're do these things, but first and foremost, if you love yourself first, and just find happiness within who you are, and be the best that you can be. You don't have to be the best. Just do your best at anything. And I always find that drive in you. You have that fire in you that's just like you're willing to do what it takes. What would you say to like another artist that's, say, your age or 13, 14 that wants to do music? What have you found is fun or challenging in doing this?
It definitely takes a lot. Like, if this is something that you really, really want to do, you just have to be set on doing it. I mean, you can have fun still. Like, you can still go hang out with your friends and do things, but you really have to focus and get the work done, but it's fun too. Like, going out and writing music.
Yeah.
You get to like go to all these new places. Like,
you have gotten to write with some really, really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome
writers.
to meet new people who love doing, like, being in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, all I'm gonna say is just like, work hard, and your dreams will come true if you really put set your mind on it straight. And
all right, now say it in a British accent.
You do this to me every time. Every time.
Explain to them, if they want to succeed in music and on TikTok, how they can with a British accent.
You do it first.
I definitely cannot do a British accent.
Just do it. It's so funny when you do it.
Russell Brand. No, I can't. No, you you go ahead. You got this.
No.
It'll kick in. I know it will. Didn't you say the Justin Timberlake concert was really good? Maybe explain that in the British accent, how well the Justin Timberlake Y'all were like, you and Amber were like front row, like boy band fans.
Okay. I love Justin Timberlake, and seeing him in concert was just, awesome. I mean, Cry Me a River is probably like, that's Australian. It's not British. I just realized it's not British. I get them mixed up. Like when I'm trying to speak British, it always comes out Australian.
Okay.
Would you like some tea? Like some tea? Yeah, so how do I do it? Cry Me a River is my favorite song by Justin Timberlake. And NSYNC is a great band. A great band.
So are the Spice Girls too?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Spice Girls. They're awesome.
That's
Would you
good.
like some tea?
You're amazing. This has been fun. It's been great chatting with you and getting to know who Veda is. Is there anything you want to say that,
I do want to say that I'm excited for the new Stranger Things season 5 to come out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are.
do
It's
wanna
only
say
taken,
that.
they're going to all be like 29 years
Steve
old,
is
It's taken
not gonna
forever,
lie.
but they're all grown
They're
up
all-
now.
Dude, like the
They're all in
new
college.
Ginny and Georgia season, Austin, he's supposed to be like an 8-year-old, but because the first season he was 8, right? And now he's 14, and it left off where it was in the first season. So he's like a 14-year-old teenager in like a classroom with a bunch of like 8-year-olds.
I can't say I
It's
know what
funny.
that is about.
You haven't seen it, but Amber will understand.
Yeah.
My stepmom, yeah, but that's a good show too.
What are you watching now?
The Summer I Turned Pretty, the new season just came out. 2 episodes just came out.
Mm.
And an episode comes out every week, like once, I forgot what day, but oh gosh, I love that show. I was Team Jeremiah, but after watching those 2 episodes, I'm Team Conrad.
Okay.
Or Team Cameron. But anyways, so I mean, honestly, watching that, waiting for the new Dan to Dan episode, waiting for the new season of My Life with the Walter Boys to come out. Team Cole. Definitely.
Does American Horror Story still put out shows or no?
No. They came out with a season like a year ago, I think. A year or 2 ago. With like Emma Roberts or something.
But the guy hasn't been in it
forgot.
or
No, Evan Peters?
yeah.
No. He stopped being in it, no.
Yeah, that's interesting. I remember.
Well, he was awesome in Dahmer.
Yeah.
Gosh, his
Are they-
performance.
Are they supposed to make another one of those or no?
I
No.
don't think so. I think Evan Peters is taking like a break on like horror acting. It's just what I've heard. I don't know, but it's
Yeah.
just some like rumors that I've heard that he's taking a break and he had to do like therapy for all like the experiences. I feel bad. They need to put this man in a rom-com. Like I feel bad. He's been doing all of these like horror films and horror stuff and it's traumatized him.
Yeah.
But he's a great actor for sure. Definitely.
Definitely. We all float down here.
They're making a new one.
They're
making a new It. Yes.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
Mm.
Bro.
Or is it Derry
So
or is it like a
excited.
show or something?
It's a movie.
Like
It's a new It.
Same actor?
Yeah, I think it is him. What's his name? Crap. He was in Barbarian too. What's his name?
Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård. I
Yeah.
love Bill Skarsgård. He was in Villains, the newer one or something.
There was a movie
That's
that
good.
I just watched on the plane
Bro, it used
with
to
him in it
scare
in like a
me.
car. He was like trapped in a car. And I got like,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
know. I don't know, but I do know that I used to go searching in the sewers for Pennywise, and I don't know why. That was weird. It was really weird. I used to be like, "Where's George's boat?" I used to think I'd actually find it.
When I was a kid, I used to look in sewers for Ninja Turtles, thinking they were down there.
Oh my god!
Then you find out they were not. Yep. Rats, though, for sure.
I used to like come back home and my like shoes were like muddy and gosh, I was just in the sewers. Where's Pennywise?
That's
But
Florida for you. Well, this was
Yeah.
fun. This was great.
this was fun.
Love you. And I will see you at dinner. We go get some ice cream. Or, you know.
Yeah. Your favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't help it.
it's the big back in you.
It's part of the not drinking thing. I don't know if that's just what
Yeah.
you know, I like to eat. I like good food. So it's like when me and we go on trips, or if Amber and I
You'll be like,
take
"Ooh, let's go get
a trip or
some food.
vacation,
Let's go get a seafood boil."
I'm like, as long as they
You're
got
like,
good food,
"Big
I'm in.
back."
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's true, yeah.
but love you. This was great. It
Yeah,
was fun.
this was great.
Just Pretend is out now. The release that we just put out, the Bad Omens cover, somebody I used to know, is out too. It's awesome creating music with you. Awesome
Mhm.
watching you grow, and
Awesome watching you grow.
well, thanks. And as a dad, I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of everything you're doing, and yeah, can't wait to see what the future holds. Thanks for watching, and please be sure to like and subscribe, and we will do more of these, right? What do you think?
Yeah, leave a comment or two if you can. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Peace.